my people. Oh, it's time for a stop. If you've ever watched any of my videos, you know that between 80 and 100 miles, I stop. Every 80 to 120 miles, or 100 miles, I stop. It makes your ride go so much better. We're in Vega, Texas right now. I'm gonna run over here and put a few dead dinosaurs back in this thing, and then we're gonna keep on trucking. This is probably illegal as hell, but what the heck. I've been following these two yahoos for about 1.5 miles now. I have no idea. In their defense though, we are bucking about a 20 or 25 mile an hour headwind, so that's probably got more to do with it than just them being stupid. And if you're curious, I have no idea where I'm going. I know I needed to go north, but I'm not sure that this road's going to get me where I need to go. So, hey, let's ride it and find out. It's a dead airplane. The reason I turned on this particular road is I didn't want to wait till I got into Tucumcari, because basically you're backtracking if you do that. I'm hoping that this road ties in with the one that I kind of missed back there, that goes into the southeast side of Logan. Actually, the southeast approach to Logan, New Mexico. We could stop and look on the map at what's the fun in that. Anyway, see you in the short. Okay, this is a good sign. I know there's a rail line that runs through, or right next to Logan. So, and it is a single line, like that one. So I'm hoping this is going to take me into Logan. I think, well, I know, if I turn left here, I'll wind up in Tucumcari. And I'm hoping that this is the road that goes from Tucumcari to Logan, New Mexico. We shall soon see. My turn. All right, we were right. Over there, you can't see it very well, is Ute Lake, UTE. And I was right, this road does wind up. That's Logan, New Mexico, right up there. It's not a big town. The reason I'm coming over here is there's supposed to be a picture of my father-in-law, who's been deceased now for very many years. But there's supposed to be a picture of him on a wall in one of the restaurants here. And I'm thinking there's only one restaurant in this town. I'm not sure. I've been here several times. But let's see if I can find it. Anyway, this is Logan, New Mexico. going to say 20 miles north of I-40, Interstate 40 in New Mexico. Just prior to getting to, on the east, I'm on the east side of Tucumcari, New Mexico. Is there a reason for you to show up here? No, it's a very boring drive. It's mostly straight roads. If you look at one of my videos back going to Mosquero, check one of those out. There is a section of a road coming out of Logan, but you have to drive like 18 miles to get to it. And that section of the road, it's not very long, but it's got some twisties in it and some beautiful views. But like I say, it only lasts for a couple of miles, and then you're back on that flat ground. Mosquero's a neat little town. You can Google it, Mosquero, New Mexico. It's a pretty neat little story about it. Well, I found it. My luck though, they closed about an hour and a half ago. Next time. All right, let's go to Tucumcari. I think it's about 20 miles away, I'm not sure. Welcome to Tucumcari, New Mexico. It's probably one of the most more famous stops along the old Route 66. The way we're coming in now is from the northeast side. This is the shortest way to get to Tucumcari from Logan. And I'm going to try to find some place to eat here. Let's go this way, see where we're at. If it seems like I've lost, I am. I mean, I know we're in Tucumcari, but that's about all I know. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. You don't see this much of the town when you're coming through on I-40. And it really doesn't look like there's that much town to this. It's bigger than I thought it was. Okay, now I know where I'm at. This intersection, that way and that way, are old Route 66. Let's stuff our faces. Oh, we got about an hour and a half of sunlight left. I think it's time to head home. I don't know how long this beautiful weather's going to last, but I don't think it's going to get too bad after the sun goes down. Got pretty breezy on the way over here. When I left the house way over in Texas, it was like 160 miles from here, 150 miles from here. No wind at all. Probably getting about 15-20 mile an hour westerly wind right now, which meant I had a pretty good breeze hitting me in the face all the way over here, but it wasn't bad. Now we have a tailwind. This is going to be really nice. Say goodbye to Tucumcari Mountain. I want to go over here. It's right off I-40, but a little bitty, tiny little town called Amarillo, Texas. When I was a kid, teenager, on the weekends I bucked hay for a living for extra money. There was an old guy named John. He was about as big as a barn, but he drove this old C60 Chevrolet tractor with a flatbed on it. He'd go to Kansas and pick up a load, 500 bales, and then he would come and pick up a guy named Luke and me Luke was kind of a drifter. Well, I'm not going to say kind of. Luke was a drifter. He would happily admit that he was a drifter. But he was in Amarillo for about 8-9 months trying to get a truck running so he could take off and see the rest of the world. This is slick. Somebody put some new gravel down. Anyway, on about 3 or 4 occasions, there's a ranch about 6 or 7 miles north of here. Now, this was before I-40, by the way. This is on old Route 66. But we would come here and turn off of one of these little side streets that would take us out to that ranch. And on the way back, we would stop. Now this is old Route 66 here, but way out there, about 6 miles, it was a little ranch. And the road to it from this part is long gone. But we would go out there and unload 500 bales of hay into a hay barn, which was about 10 feet tall at the time, for $12.50. $12.50. And that was good money back then, but you could make a lot more money unloading them in Amarillo at the stockyards. You can't see it right now, but about 200 yards up there, there's a bunch of creatures in the middle of the road. I'm thinking they're turkeys. Like I said, I doubt if you can see them. Oh, this is just way too cool. So hit it again. We're back in Amarillo now. And we're in the short end of the road. I've got about, I think it's 45 miles from here to get home, so I am almost there. Again. to Amarillo Boulevard, Route 66 or Hooker Central. You can imagine, before I-40 came through here back in the late 60s, this was basically the only way through Amarillo in one fell swoop. So there were a lot of businesses. There's still a lot of businesses here, but I don't think any of them are the same businesses they were back then. My wife hates driving down this street. I grew up here. I mean, this is part of where we hung out a lot. My wife just absolutely hates it.